Tonight, on Top 20 Most Shocking, they're hitting the sauce and getting smashed. We're counting down the most wasted, biggest boozers. Which of these hammered dimwits will be number one? The dancing fool who's down to party. How about the passed out punk who gets served? And wait until you hear why this guy can't drive straight.
I'm married to pussy. I have vertigo. I've got spinal problems.
From thousands of beer-soaked videos, these are the most sobering moments of plastered stupidity. Which will be number one? Find out next on Top 20 Most Shocking, Biggest Boozers. Now, see who's getting lit up at number 20. Of all the bad ideas that sound good when you're drunk, the flaming shot takes the cake.
Any last thoughts, honey?
And Michael Tolnar's about to learn that the hard way.
Flaming shots, this what's up. Like it.
The whiz kid doesn't realize there's a secret to doing one correctly. Namely, you have to blow it out first.
Here we go. Fire down there.
Oh my God!
Here we go. Fire down there.
I just picked the glass up while it was on fire and really didn't think about it too much.
That part is pretty obvious.
Flames just engulfed my face like all the way up. Like, holy crap, my face is on fire.
Okay. Oh my God!
Oh, cool.
Michael is relieved to get the blaze out quickly,
Oh my God!
That was kind of scary for me.
but he doesn't escape unscathed.
Smells like burnt hair everywhere. I think you got burnt pretty good right here.
I guess it'd be a good lesson learned. Don't do something like that.
Now that's a bright idea. The funny thing about lushes is that they always find a place to pass out. Like at a metro station. Standing up. Of course, the automatic doors are a pretty good wake-up call. But for an oaf who's seriously zonked out, take a look at number 19. These guys are making the ultimate meal. Right on top of their friend, who's deep, deep in a liquor-infused slumber. They've got flour, vinegar, cheese, eggs, and they even add plastic wrap to help him keep fresh. Sleeping Beauty doesn't notice a thing, leaving the chefs free to add the creme de resistance, ketchup. But nobody likes a hairy meal. They take a little off the top and the front. Just a pinch more flour, and voila! It's the perfect recipe for a pissed-off drunk. They move their masterpiece to the next room, and suddenly the half-baked chump wakes up. He has no idea what's going on.
It's over.
But a little soap and water and he'll be back to normal. Well, except for his hair. It just goes to show sleeping boozies are never safe in the company of friends. Because you never know what they might cook up. For a lout that gets served even worse, check out number 18. Despite what it looks like, this is not a staring contest. This is an angry standoff between drinking buddies in Russia. Make that former drinking buddies. Too bad for Big Boris. His ex-pal has a bit of an advantage. He's just slightly less tanked. One minute the vodka hound is seeing double, the next he's seeing nothing. Of course, he may have just lost his best drinking buddy. Maybe he should have considered that before turning this Cold War into an arms race. Drunk driving is a serious problem. But there's another issue that gets overlooked. Drunk walking. The oblivious clown stumbles right into oncoming traffic. The driver swerves at the last second, only clipping Captain Morgan's hat. But when it comes to bad places to be stumbling around, it doesn't get worse than a subway station. Here, staggering home after last call can put you on the fast track to nowhere. Somehow, this tipsy barfly doesn't break his neck, or land in front of a train, or hit the electrified third rail. Bystanders rush over as fast-acting officials shut down the tracks. Eventually, authorities pull the lucky dope back onto the platform, and the subway is soon back in service. But things don't turn out quite so well for the plowed pedestrian at number 17. At this popular club, a party boy has been trying to pick up women all night. But let's see how he likes getting hit on. The wastoid walks without looking and panics like a deer in the headlights. At least he can say he got some action. That's if he remembers it. Thankfully, the man is okay, and his friends take him back inside. Hopefully, next time he wants to walk off a rejection, he'll stick to the sidewalk. Don't go away. More stewed boneheads are hopping in. From a roommate on a bender to a munchie man on a mission. They're all reaching for number one. On top 20 most shocking, biggest boozers. The hardest drinking countdown rolls on. We've seen a shot at glory. And a nap of shame. A boozer crack a cold one. And a souse get plowed. And for someone even more stinko, here's number 16. What's cooler than dancing solo for your friends? Pretty much everything. When this drunk hears the beat, he can't help but boogie. He shakes what his mother gave him. even though his mother didn't give him very much. And Twinkle Toes makes sure his final move is a slam dunk. Into the dresser.
Oh my God.
It's a dance similar to the locomotive, except it's called the train wreck. Talk about getting hammered.
Do it. That hurt. You okay?
But this fool's fall from grace teaches an important lesson. Friends don't let friends dance drunk. Hungry for something wilder? Try number 15. Who doesn't love snacks at the mini-mart? But what if the owner locks up and leaves? And then you get a wicked case of the munchies. If you're as buzzed, high, and stupid as this guy, you think, maybe I should break in. It may seem like a lot of effort for some beef jerky and chips, but you haven't seen anything yet. 310 horsepower with one idiot at the wheel. A few big hits, and those tasty carbs are ripe for the picking. It's a small victory for the moron, and I mean small. After causing $30,000 in structural damage, his take is less than $25 worth of junk food. Startled neighbors call police. And the punk is busted just a few miles down the road. It's amazing how far the Lush was willing to go. All to satisfy a midnight snack attack. From senseless to downright wasted. At number 14. Good news!
Hey! I found you!
This co-ed has found the refrigerator. That may not seem like much until you consider she's completely phased.
Go to the bathroom.
Her roommate rolls video. Even as Ms. Schnapp stumbles into the bathroom. Then right on cue. That last hit must have knocked her even more silly.
I have to go.
Because when she finally comes out, she's missing her pants.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Seems like the safest place for her at this point would be her bed.
I go to the bathroom.
If only she can get there.
I didn't go back. I got hit.
So close, yet so far.
You're gonna love this video in the morning.
Eventually, the wayward princess makes it to bed. Sweet dreams.
And we're back.
Clearly, you need all the sleep you can get. Think she's mom? Take a look at number 13. There's nothing like a midnight stroll on icy streets when you've lost all motor skills.
Come here. Is there someone else here?
This tottering dame hasn't crashed a car, but she is wrecked.
I'm gonna have you sit down just for your own safety. Okay, we're gonna sit down.
Neighbors called to report the lady was howling like a banshee in the road.
Okay, what I want you to do is just have a seat right here. I don't want you to fall.
Okay.
Sit down right here.
But good luck getting a straight answer from her.
What's going on? We got called here for hospital for yelling and screaming. What's going on?
Hey, so I jiggle-liggy.
Getting jiggle-liggy. Nice one.
Where'd you say you came from?
What do you think of that? Hey, I'm just me. I'm not ever. I hate men.
What's your first name? Ask
I
what?
don't even know.
Sit down. Sit down. Hang on to the...
Hey, you wanna die?
And that concludes the sobriety test.
Now let's have a season squad car, because you're extremely intoxicated.
You wanna make me...
You know that phrase, falling down drunk? So does she.
Stand up. Are you injured at all?
No.
The officers will cut her a break by not charging her with anything. After all, the scales of justice can still survive,
We like getting the jiggle-liggy.
even if they're a bit off balance.
Car.
Still to come, the fight for number one is breaking through. And the Lushes are getting revved up.
Blowing up your car, man.
Their sloshed antics will stupefy as they sink to all-time lows. On Top 20 Most Shocking, Biggest Boozers. The Boozers are losing it. From a groovy dude with the spins to a snack food fiend storming the gates. The drunks are on the move and taking no prisoners. Now roll right in to number 12. Folks in Belarus take soccer very seriously. The plays, the players, and especially the referees. Make that most of the referees. A concerned trainer checks on the wobbly official. Apparently he decided to wet his whistle before blowing it. Now he's taking tipsy to a whole new level. And it's going to take extra hands to get him moving. The staff can't believe he's hammered. Maybe he just hurt his back and developed a nasty attitude. And lost his sense of balance. A linesman eventually escorts the surly lout to the exit. But not before he soaks up a little love from the crowd. Go figure. Angry fans usually accuse the refs of being wasted. And now that one is, they finally like him. Drunks seem to have a special knack for destruction. These dueling frenemies just brawled right out of a bar. And they prove why it's called getting smashed. They're both left licking some nasty wounds. But the sting of shame can be just as painful. Ask the wreck at number 11. Drunk ass lives up to his name. Even in the middle of the day at a public park, the juiced up Carrot Top is completely gonzo.
Are you in there? Can I have a friend back there? Please?
So his friends do what friends do best.
Don't worry, we'll do it.
Check to make sure he's still alive,
Oh yeah, he's on his phone.
and get a stranger to mess with him.
Try to wake him up, dude.
The stranger gropes the lush, but get a load of what's waiting for him at home. Friends plop the lush on the couch and let Rover take over. The pooch treats Big Red to both tongue action and, Well, you know. This dog's got ginger fever, and the only prescription is more ginger. The wastoid tries to resist, but this hound won't be denied. In the end, Drunk Ass had quite an adventure. From getting touched by a stranger to getting violated by a pet. It's just a shame he'll never remember it. For a real beer-fueled buffoon, here's number 10. Jason Bolash is on his way home from a baseball game when he spots a very peculiar sight.
We're hanging out, we heard a loud noise, couldn't figure out what was going on, saw a lot of smoke. Walked over close and we saw this car completely covered with smoke, fluids all over the ground.
Redlining.
But the car isn't empty.
What? Somebody in there. What are they doing?
Passed out at the wheel, a fan has his foot on the gas. Now he's going nowhere fast, and the engine's liable to blow up in his face.
Dude, blowing up your car, man.
I couldn't believe that there was somebody actually in the car passed out with their foot on the gas. Finally got it turned off and the guy wouldn't wake up, wouldn't respond. I turned it off.
Big Red will live to party another day, though his car might need some repairs.
Look at that! He blew that motor.
If this doesn't put the brakes on the loser's boozing,
Somebody in there.
it's hard to say what will. When college kids get messed up, it usually means making a mess. What better place to do that than in the garage? These party animals are competing in a drinking game. Spin around the bat 10 times, then pound a beer. Or if you're like Good Time Susie here, pound the whole table. At least she's won over the crowd. Then there's this cutie. Different garage, but just as plastered.
Okay.
And her challenge? Try to slam dunk in beer pong. No dice. But for a garage hero with no shame, check out number 9. This two-car palace could be the ultimate man cave. Hookah, liquor, the spoils of conquest. In fact, the only thing that's out of place in this temple of testosterone is the drunk guy who's stripping and dancing. Okay, class, what have we learned about beer pong tables? Surprise! King Konga comes crashing down. He's definitely going to feel that in the morning.
I'm bleeding. No, that's water. What up, bud?
The dumbass will live to dance again. But hopefully he won't take getting down so literally. Coming up, the heaviest drinkers are getting tanked. There's the beer bash in the stands. And idiots on a liquor run.
That's my man.
These bozos will floor you. On Top 20 Most Shocking, Biggest Boozers. The race for number 1 is on, and the boozers are getting foul. They're blacking out, kicking it into overdrive,
Blew that motor.
and drinking each other under the table. But it gets even rowdier at number 8. Nothing gets folks more fired up than getting good and sloshed at a sporting event. Just ask the 60,000 people at this soccer match in Chicago. When Mexico scores the winning goal, fans shower the crowd with team spirits. But not everyone enjoys it. Furious after getting soaked, one spectator flips a beer bomber down the stands. With double vision, the hopped-up goon gets revenge on a random bystander. And now, everyone wants a piece of him. The nitwit's rivals wail away. The wasted rumble gets even worse, because their girlfriends are getting in on the act. When the catfight gets hairy, the guys call a truce to try and peel the femmes apart. At last, the women are separated, and cooler heads finally prevail. No one can fault them for trying to make soccer more exciting. But getting drunk and starting fights is no way to achieve that goal.
We're live right now.
Sometimes after an evening of binging, you just need to refuel with food.
That's right. Anthony eating his soup.
And what lush wouldn't want a hot bowl of nourishing soup all over his head? Looks like someone's bucket seat had a hole in it. But being up to your eyeballs in broth is a tasty alternative to number 7.
That's my man.
This bleary-eyed drinker has downed 8 large shots of whiskey in 15 minutes.
Oh, crap.
I wonder when it's going to hit him. There it is. Forget sleep. He's hibernating. The only thing harder than the alcohol is the linoleum. The snoozing souse will eventually rejoin the land of the living.
See up here?
Let's just hope any future last calls are well before lights out. But for morons who really get smashed, check out number 6. Everybody knows drunk driving is dangerous. At least everybody does now. This guy's so tanked he slams right into a utility pole. Poor pole. Concerned citizens check on the young men inside, but they don't want to stick around. The passenger flees the scene. Then the driver books it. It's the perfect escape, except he runs right into a cop. So much for the brilliant getaway. Looks like this punk's in for some hard times. And if there was any doubt that he deserves it, check the latest poll. Up next, the top 5 boozers are coming to town. They're hammered, pissed off, and full of bad ideas. But who will stand at number 1? On top 20 most shocking, biggest boozers. Back to the countdown. From game day drunks to house party fools. Good times go bad when losers get their drink on. Just ask the washout at number 5. At first glance, there's nothing too odd about this man wheeling around his laundry. On second glance, maybe he just washed the whites. You see, this is why it's bad to have a laundromat next to a bar. Do some shots while you wait, and you'll never make it home. The buffoon just can't steady his load. So an amused bystander tries to give him a hand. But here's the strange thing. He's not the only wastoid with a cart on this block. What is it, drunk errand day?
He's got a hurricane in the shopping cart.
And a pretty styling umbrella. Too bad it seems there's only room for one lush on this sidewalk.
Don't play with me like that. Don't play the game.
Tough talk for a guy with plumber's crack.
Leave it alone. I'm trying to go home with the laundry. Yeah.
Both men decide to go on about their business. In fact, it looks like the laundryman just reached his spin cycle. Eventually, he'll make it to his destination. But hopefully he's got some spare bedding in that bundle. Because he's already 3 sheets to the wind. A plastered crank has nothing on the group of brutes at number 4. It's closing time at this local watering hole, and the manager is asking everyone to clear out. But the remaining saps respond to his last call with a busy signal. So the manager tries a less gentle approach. Then the bartender chips in. When the man hits back, the suit slinger goes on the attack. But the oafs have reinforcements. Their pals were outside smoking. Now it's a good old-fashioned bar brawl. Complete with flying chairs and KOs. The bartender is mouthing off and gets decked. But it turns out the toughest brute in this melee is the little old woman in the apron. She's the owner. Ma doesn't care who's right or wrong. She just wants everyone out. Except, believe it or not, the barflies who started this mess. They're old friends and regular paying customers. Sure, the fools overstayed their welcome. But once these workers went ballistic, they all got trashed. The good thing about drinking in your own backyard is you don't have to drive afterward. The bad thing is, most accidents happen at home. That'll leave a bruise. Then there are these big swingers. They're sleeping off a buzz in their double-wide hammock. You know what happens next. But for a real suburban slosher, check out number 3.
Hit it.
When you've tied one on, things that seem like child's play can still leave a mark. Smooth move, pal.
What happened to me? What my whole face?
But even in your own backyard, you can still be out of your mind. Now find out who's spiking the eggnog at number 2. 'Tis a week before Christmas, and the party's just ended. When in this garage comes a guest who's attended. Why, who should it be but our good friend Kris Kringle? And wait, why is he stopping? To let out a tinkle. It seems that Rudolph isn't the only one around here with a red nose. As for the rest of his face, the bumper makes sure that'll be red too. Somehow the pickled Santa picks himself off the floor. Now, if only he could find that darn sleigh. But first, he's gonna let a few more pints of hard cider fly. Though he probably should have found somewhere a little more private. 2 residents are startled by St. Nick's South Pole and shove him to the floor. Wow, there's a gift he could have kept to himself. The jolly man wisely opts to catch a cab on the street. But if any creatures are stirring when he gets home, they better keep it down. Santa's got a headache. Want to be on TV? Just send us a clip where you capture something totally wild, and we might just use it on the air. You can upload your video at uploadnash.com. Or send it to Top 20 Most Shocking, P.O. Box 1910, Hollywood, California, 90078. Up next, when a drunk driver gets busted, you won't believe the bodily fluids being exchanged in the back of the cruiser. He's number 1 on Top 20 Most Shocking, Biggest. From thousands of videos, we've counted down the trashed, smashed, plastered, and battered Biggest Boozers. But the king of all hooch-fueled half-wits is at number 1 in our Top 20 countdown. Cops in Tennessee are about to be treated to one of the wildest wastoids they've ever encountered. And it's not just his clever excuses.
Yeah, panic attack, migraine headache, I'm manic depressive. I have vertigo from a panic attack. I've got sinus problems and
Nope, that's all still pretty standard.
13, 14, 15. Can't bear it. Okay. It's the vertigo, man. Okay. What are you doing for the
What makes this guy so unique is what happens after cops also bust his old lady.
Alright. And then you're going to do the rest of the season, okay? So do you out by line?
Hey! Hold on!
They put her in the back of the cruiser with Romeo.
They ain't just you behind your back.
In a rage, the man tries to slip out of his cuffs, but he needs help.
Shit. On my face. Come on, Miss Dummy's finger. More than that. A lot more than that. More than that.
Gross. It doesn't work,
It's not there enough.
so he decides to break out a window. But remember that method. It won't be the last loogie that gets hocked tonight. The cop comes back, and he's ready with his pepper spray.
What is the problem, sir, that you don't understand? Now don't kick on the windows anymore. Get him. You done cried on. She ain't done nothing. Go get him.
Old Slippery Fingers sees only one way to get relief from the spray. One disgusting way.
Split my eyes, please. Split my eyes. Please split my eyes, Lord.
Hillbillies consider this a sign of true love.
My right eye.
Though that sting is only getting worse. The salvo of saliva continues all the way to the station. Now, in addition to multiple charges, they can both look forward to nasty eye infections. Officers still use this video to show how quickly a simple DUI
I have vertigo.
can turn into a sticky situation. They lowered the bar, then drank it dry. So call out the designated drivers. It's time to pick up the biggest boozers. They don't have to go home, but they can't stay here. Because last call is number one on Top 20 Most Shocking Biggest Boozers.